The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, I have come to set the earth on fire, and how I wish it were already blazing. There is a baptism with which I must be baptized, and how great is my anguish until it is accomplished. Do you think that I have come to establish peace on the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. From now on, a household of 5 will be divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. A father will be divided against his son, and a son against his father, a mother against her daughter, and a daughter against her mother, a mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. I have a friend who used to be a high school track coach. Track teams that run. And he told me that he always would tell the runners, make sure that you keep your eyes fixed on the person ahead of you. Keep your eyes fixed on the person ahead of you, and little by little, you'll grow closer. You'll run closer. You'll get closer to that person. That's what the author of the letter to the Hebrews is telling us today's second reading. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. And little by little, you'll grow closer to him. Little by little, you'll become closer to him. And it doesn't make a difference how young or not young we are. We're still not within close enough to grab. We still can get closer to Jesus than we are now. Even if we've been coming to church and saying our prayers for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 or more years. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. And what is it that hinders us from keeping our eyes fixed on Jesus? What are those distractions? Even in a horse race, do they still race horses? They put blinders on horses so that they can only see what's ahead. You can't look to the right, you can't turn to the left. Last week I strained my neck, I couldn't look either way anyways. But look straight, except when you're driving. I thought of that today as I was driving over here. A couple of weeks ago, this has nothing to do with anything. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a red light. There was a car ahead of me. The light turned green. The person ahead of me didn't move right away, but the person behind me did. And and rear-ended me and did a lot of damage. Keep your eyes fixed on what's ahead. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, and don't let other disturbances and distractions keep you away from that. What are those distractions in our life that keep us away from being closer to Jesus than we could be, than we should be? I mean, there's social media, there's television. I hear confessions a lot here on Saturdays, and there were some people that came in, wasn't today, it was a while back. It must have been all the same family. They all confess that they've spent too much time on their telephone. I went, wow, that's a good thing to confess. How much time do you spend on your telephone, and how much time has that taken you away from time that you could be spending with Jesus? What other distractions are there in our lives? There's so much noise around. We used to live in Royal Oak on a relatively main street that had trucks and cars going up and down all day and all night, and the house was not particularly quiet inside. And it was so hard for me to concentrate on anything because of the noises. There's so many noises in our lives. Do you ever turn the radio in your car off? Do you turn it off and just listen? Listen to silence? Try it. You don't need to have all that noise distracting you all the time. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. Almost to the point where you can reach out and grab him, but you can't because then he gets a little faster than you are. But we're always running that race. Keeping our eyes fixed on Jesus and getting ever so much closer. We can also call that prayer. How much time do we spend praying? And not just praying at Mass, but during the day, before we go to bed at night, when we get up in the morning, on our way to work. So many things that we can do to get closer to Jesus. But we don't, because we make excuses. And we are really good at making excuses. How come you didn't pray? How come I didn't pray today? Well, there was this, and then there was this, and then we make those excuses to ourselves all the time. We have to get over that. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. You'll draw ever so much closer to him.